there are different types of literary devices that are there. Literary is something quite similar to rhetorical. It just works more on the literature part, more on the way that you're writing your sentences, you're creating your sentences and paragraphs. Okay. Now, there are some things that you need to remember whenever you're writing your poems. First thing is, you have to think about the emotion that you are going to use. So maybe there's a combination of emotions, or you're only going to talk about one emotion. You are going to, and the way that you are going to make sure that your audience feels that emotion. Okay, they go with you to a particular scene that you are trying to portray in your poem. Okay, so those things are really, really required. Foreshadowing the event. Foreshadowing is something you can compare it with, something quite important in the life of the audience, of your readers. Okay, something you want to take from your religious book and you want to compare it to something. Okay, something you want, say there is a very, very famous fantasy tale is there, and you want to compare it to something that is what you're talking about. You can do that also. That is foreshadow event. So something, any incident or any character that you want to compare, or you want to use them in your poems, in your content, that is foreshadowing. Okay, then you can characterize the people that are involved, the objects that are involved. So now, if you remember that Alan Edgar's poem Annabel Lee, in that the author was trying to portray the emotions of how they were in love, and how the heavenly bodies, though it doesn't mean that the fairies in heaven, they were jealous. It didn't mean like that. Okay, the author didn't mean it like that, to take it so literally, but he's like, because our love was so pure, we were so much in love, that people used to envy us. Everyone who used to hear our love story, they used to envy us, that why can't we have that same love with our our partner. So that is what, that our love was so famous and people used to envy us. So he's just trying to portray it in such a way that the fairies in the heaven also used to envy us. Okay, so that is basically characterization. Okay, then obviously structure is there. So in Alan Edgar's poem Annabel Lee, the structure was, in the beginning he talked about the place. Okay, so we will just check it out once. Okay, see, in the beginning he's talking about the place and Annabel Lee. It was many, many and many a year ago, in a kingdom by the sea. Okay, now he's saying where that kingdom is. Kingdom is by the sea, and it was a very, very old story. Okay, that a maiden there lived, whom you may know by the name of Annabel Lee. Now he's talking about Annabel Lee, that a girl used to live there. And this maiden, she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. Okay, so that means her only, her only aim in the life was to love the poet and get the love back. Okay, so that is the first part. And now he's starting with, I was a child and she was a child in this kingdom by the sea. That means now he's trying to say that since we were kids, we were in love with each other. Okay, but we loved with a love that was more than love. I and my Annabel Lee, with a love that winged seraphs of heavens, okay, coveted her and me. So we even the story of our love, it even touched the doors of the heaven. Okay, and they looked upon us, the love that we had for each other. Okay, so this is what the poet is trying to say here. Okay, so that is your structure. So whenever you're working on some structure, start from the basic and then take your audience to almost at the ending. Okay, so now these are the different types of literary devices that are there. So you have apostrophe is there. So apostrophe is where you talk about about a person or a thing that is not present. Okay, so that is where you're talking about your apostrophe. Oxymoron is where you use two different types of emotions, maybe, or things or items. Now here in Annabel Lee, the emotions that they had is, see, a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabel Lee, so that her high-born kinsman came and bore her away from me. Okay, so now the emotion is the love between them and the hate between the poet and the high-born kinsman. He's talking about the love that he's having with Annabel Lee, my beautiful Annabel Lee. Her high-born kinsmen came and bore her away from me. He's hating them right now because they took her away from him. Okay, so that is our oxymoron. Okay, repetition is there. So repetition is in a kingdom by the sea. Okay, in this kingdom by the sea. In this kingdom by the sea. Again and again, the poet is trying to repeat the sentence, stressing on it, telling where the kingdom is. It is by the sea, so that the audience can imagine. Okay, now if I say that the kingdom is by the sea, you will start imagining that a beach is there, then there are some rocks, and just after the rocks, the kingdom starts. Okay, so you will start imagining that type of kingdom. So why do poets repeat on a particular sentence? So that you can imagine every whatever the situation is according to that sentence, repeated sentence. Okay, then you have consonants and assonance. These are again you're working on your vowels, repetition of the vowels. So C, B, Li, okay, crying, buying, okay, these becomes your consonants. C, B, they become your vowel sounds. So consonants are your constant sounds and assonants are your vowel sound. Okay, you're repeating them either in sentences, so a b b, like that repetition is there, or you're repeating in the same sentence only. Okay, then suspense is there. So obviously that suspense is there in different types of poems. Okay, if it is required, you can put that sentence suspense there. Dramatic irony is there. Dramatic irony is where there's something where the audience might know what is going to happen. Okay, but the characters don't know about it. Okay, so something where in many types of shows or say songs, you might have noticed that the something is bad or something good is going to happen character, but character doesn't know. So that is dramatic irony. Okay, alliteration is where we discussed about it earlier also. Alliteration is where the sounds are similar, the repetition of sounds or the words. Okay, in a particular sentence you are repeating the words. Okay, or maybe you're repeating the sounds of the word. Something like I hear you, I hear though, you hear thy. Okay, I come, say what sentence can I give you? Here thus this new companion comes. Here thus this new companion comes. Though thus and this becomes your alliteration. You are using, sometimes you use the same words, sometimes you use similar sounding words. Okay, now you have metaphor. Metaphor is where you try to do something like oxymoron, but in oxymoron you compare two opposite things. In metaphor you compare a particular thing to another thing, and people can understand that comparison. Okay, as tall as Amitabh Bachchan, so people can understand that the height of that character is as tall as Amitabh Bachchan, because Amitabh Bachchan is very tall. Okay, then you have simile. Simile is where you are using words. You are using words which can easily be compared. Okay, high, low, short, tall. Okay, as tall or as short as a, or as small as an ant. Okay, so this will become your simile. Symbolism, if you remember, symbolism is where you are comparing the characters or maybe the situation or the scene to a particular thing that people can easily remember to. Okay, so that is your symbolism. Your that particular thing represents something that in the life of the people. Okay, personification is you are trying to give a very grand look to a particular character or a situation or a scenario. That is personification. Hyperbole, you exaggerate something. Okay, so like here, what Edgar is trying to exaggerate, the angels not half so happy in heaven went envying her and me. So he's exaggerating this thing. Okay, but yes, we can understand that how he's trying to say that everyone who used to hear our story, our love, they used to envy us, that why don't we have the same love. Okay, clear for everyone? Any doubt here? Apostrophe is there's the example. A world, thou art the form, the name, the symbol of my weariness, but older than my drooling god. Mine, Enu, had its prime abode, potential in the fathomless, foreshaping yawn of night and flame. Okay, this is your apostrophe, where you are trying to talk about the things that are not there, okay, in the story or in the poem. Okay, oxymoron is here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Contradictory words. Love or loving hate. Oh, anything of nothing first create. Oh, heavy lightness. Serious vanity. Mishapen chaos of well-seeming forms. Father of lead, bright smoke. Cold fire, sick health. Still waking sleep, that is not what it is. Okay, so you are using words which are contradictory in nature. Okay, then you have repetition. Let's throw sticks in the creek all day. Let's not do the things we planned. Let's watch sticks flit float away. Everyone will understand. Okay, repetition is that also that I told you about Edgar Allan, that you are repeating the sentences in every paragraph to stress on a particular situation so that people can understand that whatever thing is happening in that stanza is, you can imagine it with the kingdom by the sea, so they can imagine that scenario. Okay, then you have consonance and assonance. Consonance is at midnight in the month of June, I stand beneath the mystic moon. Okay, and opiate vapor dew dim, dripping drop by drop. Okay, assonance you have here. Hear the mellow wedding bells, golden bells. What a world of happiness their harmony foretells. Okay, now we are using bells foretells. We are using assonance here, E. Okay, through the balmy air of night, how they ring out their delight from the molten golden notes, and in tune with the liquidity floats. Okay, this is your assonance. Okay, you have suspense here. Open your eyes and you will see. Try to foresee your destiny. Take a walk in Halloween Park at midnight when it's dark. I know your fear. This is your nightmare. Listen close and you will hear. When the creature draws near, run if you dare. Okay, so this is a suspense or horror type of example here. Okay, then you have dramatic irony. I can still feel your hands around my throat as you yelled that I didn't love you. How ironic. Okay, alliteration. Dee the dinky dinosaur dines and with Dopey the dumb dog. During dinner, Dee dinosaur Davers duck and Dopey dog dines on dog food. After dinner, Dee dinosaur and Dopey dog dance. Da 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 da. Same similar sounding words. Okay, then you have metaphor. Metaphor is where the sea full of different emotions with white horses running wild across the blue waters, all is free, sometimes vicious, other times peaceful. The sea's cruelest murderer, but sometimes the sweetest candy. Okay, so what the metaphor is, the sea is vast. If you see the water, the ocean water, you'll see that it is free. It has no boundaries. It can go anywhere it wants. But if you step inside deeper into it, you will die there. No one can save you. Okay, then you have simile. Sadness is as happy as a laughter. You might cry because it hurts. You might laugh because it hurts. But I know one thing, laughter is laughter and sadness is sadness. They can show the same thing, like hurting and gladness is as happy as laughter. Okay, you might cry because it hurts. The way that you feel that happiness in you when you laugh, same thing is when you cry, you feel that sadness. Okay, that is just similar, comparing it. Symbolism, a dark cloud hangs above me. It stays there all day long. Symbolism is, I am comparing my dark emotions with a dark cloud. I'm feeling gloomy. I'm feeling bad today. So it is dark cloud. It comes every September and stays till June is gone. At times it stops for sunbreak. Okay. Now, because the way that I feel, I'm feeling very, very low, but sometimes I feel good because sun breaks, it gives sunshine. So you feel happy. Okay. Sunshine is usually compared with happiness. That just aren't long enough. That happiness does not stay for long. And so I wait for summer. It's free of such dark stuff. Okay. Personification is there. The sunshine says hello to the sweetest smelling flowers. It wakes the clouds with a trumpet in the sky. Okay, so personification is the way that sun shines come. Okay, it enters the sky. It becomes a trumpet for the clouds. So clouds also shines. Okay, the clouds also become very, very bright. It tells the moon to go to sleep. It says, children, wake up, time to go to school. Okay, so because now as soon as the sun rays fall on our faces, on the kids' faces, they get up. Okay, then you have exaggeration. I am bigger than the entire earth, more powerful than the sea. Though a million billion have tried, not one could ever stop me. That is exaggeration, showing that they are bigger than the earth's size, powerful than the sea, and many have tried, but they cannot stop me. Okay, clear for everyone now?